Hi, Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money here. I'm very excited again to have my great friend, Mary Helen Hutchison, that I call Mare. I call her Mare, and she's going to give you another prosperity tip. Now, I think, just have this little psychic idea, that she's going to give you a little bit of prosperity practicality. Now, this is an abundance affirmations site, and it's a little bit different than the norm because I'm not saying that the sky is the limit. I'm saying know the sky that you're in, and navigate that well. And so, Mary, a lot of people say, do what you love, the money will follow. And I've noticed in your life you've had just such varied careers, everything from high-paying jobs to low-paying jobs to, you were even a dance instructor one time because you just wanted to do that. You thought it would be fun to dance. So can you give me a little insight onto that idea, do what you love and the money will follow? Because you have done that. I don't know what the money following you or whatever. It seemed to already be there. I don't know how you did it, but could you give us some insight on that?
Yes. So, everybody talks about do what you love and the money will follow. My attitude is get the money first, then figure out what you love, and then do what you love. Now, I was very fortunate. I have a degree from Texas A&M University, and I was able to work a very good job. The first thing you have to do is get out of debt, or eliminate as much debt as you possibly can and pay it off as quickly as you can. Then look at having a savings.
You mean like credit card debt?
Yeah, credit card
paying
debt,
off your car.
If you have a house, try to pay the mortgage off as quickly as you can. Obviously, we've got to pay rent and utilities. But those constant expenses, you want to get down, anything excessive. Like I said, your car, your credit cards, if you're into shopping for clothes, set yourself up a budget, limit that.
Okay, well, I want to interrupt you just for a minute and just tell you, there was a time in my life that I had a lot of credit card debt and I could barely make it through the month to month, and I just skimmed by every month. And what I realized that credit was a habit for me, and it was also something about guilt. And I was so normally used to having credit card debt that I could not even imagine not having it. And I thought, what would it be like to not have credit card debt? And who would I be if I didn't have that to worry about? And I began to affirm that I had $1,000 every month left over after paying all my bills. And all of a sudden, within months, I had $1,000 every month after paying my bills, and I paid all my credit card debt off. But it wasn't until I had that realization that it was a habit, and that there was part guilt, and that it was
your identity.
My identity. My sister, my older sister, who's no longer with us, she was always talking about paying her credit cards off and all that. And it was like I was in this game that, I was a member of this club because I could suffer about my credit card debt, and there was guilt in there and resentment about having to pay it and all kinds of things. So I just want to bring that up. So if you want to go on and talk some more about...
Absolutely. You definitely need to look at all those psychological and emotional reasons as to why are you in debt. Is it truly because you're not making enough money, or is it because you're spending too much of it? Once you get that under control and identify where it comes, you set the intention. You said, I want to get out of debt. Not necessarily in those words.
Okay, so I just wanted to say something. So that means you either have an earning problem. Do you have an earning problem, or do you have a spending problem?
Exactly.
Okay.
So once you figure that out and you set the intention and you focus on it, then you can start working yourself out of the debt, even with the earnings you have, because what will happen is your creativity will start popping up, and you will find ways to make additional money to help you get out of that debt. And the more you get out of debt, the more it feeds itself. So then you become a positive cash flow where you're getting more money in than you're spending. And once you have a savings, then you can start looking around and saying, okay, how much cash or how much money do I need to have to live on? And what do I love to do? And if what I love to do, will it bring me enough money? That's how I've lived my life. So I had a savings when I worked my high-paying job out of college. Then after I had a savings account built up, I was able to say, you know what, this job I loved and I need a break from it. And so that's when I went and did the dance studio. And then I went back and did some more contracting work that was high paying. And then I said, I need another break. And when I took that break, I became a receptionist for one of our friends that had a hair salon. I was like, sure, I can go work on a hair salon. I did not let my job define who I was or make it my identity. I love my jobs. I love when I did the hair salon and the dance studio and the other things that I've done. So many people let their ego get caught up with their job defines who they are. And that's not the way to be abundant and prosperous.
I work, therefore I am who I am.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I am who I am, not my work.
Yeah, I am who I am, not my work. That's great. Well, that's been wonderful. Mayor, I want to thank you so much for some practical prosperity ideas today. And this has been a great talk. I love you so much. And I want to say also from Dr. Money and the prosperity team, and we're all the prosperity team, just say, I love you. And
I love you too.
mm-hmm.